Hey everybody, Kerry from Bab Speed Warehouse here. I just wanted to do a video of where I live. Not so much my house, but the neighborhood. It's one of the best secrets in Southwest Florida where I live. There's no HOA, and it's quite nice. It's a mix of old, a mix of new, and nobody tell you what you can do and what you can't do. So sit back and enjoy the video and put in the comment sections what you think of it. So here is a map of El Dorado Acres. You can see the little square there, and that square represents our neighborhood. The red around it is Stero, but they don't want to have any part of us. To the left of the red there, and then in our neighborhood, you can see the Stero Bay, which is a large body of water, and to the left of that is the Gulf of Mexico. Now you can see how close we are. We're probably, as a crow flies, half a mile, maybe less, to water. But our neighborhood, at least our house in our neighborhood, is 12 feet up. There's some that's only 10 feet up, and then some higher to 14 feet up. So what you're looking at is the back bay. And I'm going to attach the camera to the hood of the car. And we're going to drive from the back bay up to El Dorado Acres. This is coming in from the west side. Now, this is all owned by Pelican Landing, and it has access to by the Hyatt. The Hyatt's going to be on your right-hand side. On the left-hand side, you can see construction going on. That's going to be multi-million-dollar condos. So I think they start at $3 million and up. And we sped this up a little bit so you wouldn't be bored with the drive. So on the right-hand side, that is the Hyatt. So we're right down the street from the Hyatt. And we're heading up to El Dorado now. And there's some condos on the right-hand side. That's Pelican. Now, coming up on the left is the entrance to El Dorado Acres. So this is from the west side, and next we'll be doing it from the east. All right, on the right-hand side is a homes 1.7 million up, and we're coming up to El Dorado Acres now. This is from the east side, US 41, Coconut Point Road, and we're coming into El Dorado Acres. And you can see the development. They like to hide themselves, the $1.7 million homes from our lowly, less expensive homes. And here we go into the development. So the roads are privately maintained, some of them not so well. Not all the roads are paved as we're going through here. Homes are about $450,000 to $500,000 on the low side. There's a home that went up for sale for $1.4 million. That's probably not worth more than $500,000. The new homes in here are selling from $600,000 to $800,000, and most of them have sold. You can see it's an old neighborhood with older homes mixed in with brand new homes, and people could have anything they want in their driveway. It's not a big deal. Nobody cares. There is no HOA. I guess one of the downsides of the development is there's not a lot of lights out there. As you can look up, there's no real street lights. And that's kind of a problem. But that's okay. Most people leave their outside lights on at night. I know that we do. So here we go. We're heading down. We're about to hit the end of the neighborhood, and I'll start weaving in and out of the streets. Most people that live in this neighborhood are generational. Their parents have lived here, and their parents have lived here. Their parents' parents. So a lot of them, you know, the kids, you know, the people. Of course, the new homes are mainly new people coming to the area, but they're really nice. And a lot of police live back here. A lot of people from the fire department live back here. You got plumbers. You've got just regular Joes, which is one of the things I like about the neighborhood. And the fact that there's no HOA, which means there's no fees every month. And we have a live and let live type of attitude here. So you'll notice we're going to come and make a left up here, and we're going to lose part of the road. Let's see, here we come up. We're going to come up. It's asphalt. This house on the right here sold for $450, which I think is a lot of money, and we're going to hit dirt. So we're hitting dirt, a little bumpy, and then we'll come back up onto the asphalt. So because there's no HOA and no monthly fee, there's nobody to really fix that, although the people on the street that own the houses on the street will get together and chip in and possibly asphalt that. The last time that this whole neighborhood, or almost all of it, was asphalted was when city water and city sewer came in. So we are on city water and city sewer, which is nice because when I built here in 1987, it was a well. We had a 150-foot well, and we had a septic tank. Thank goodness we don't have those anymore. They were a real pain in the neck. So you'll still see some lots in here that are not built on, and you could probably go through the county records and find out who owns that if you're interested in buying it and building back here. I don't know what the impact fee. You could see some Porta Johns there because they're building homes. Everybody is real friendly. There's a lot of dogs in the neighborhood. A lot of people with dogs. Great neighborhood to walk around and to play in. Here's a guy that's got all his boats and stuff out there, and he even, I think, has a transmission on his lawn, an exposed transmission into a car. You know what? We just don't care. We don't care. People generally maintain their places. The value has gone up tremendously. When I built here in 1987, I paid $12,000 for 2 lots, and it cost $40,000 for me to build the house in 1987. And don't plan on selling it. Don't plan on selling it at all. Now, this street, they got together and they put some speed bumps in there. Kind of cool, with a little opening in the middle for the bicycles. You get the idea. If you're looking for a place to move in Southwest Florida, this is one of the most expensive zip codes in Southwest Florida. Not the most expensive, but one of them, 34134. And this is the only development in there that's affordable for ham and eggers like us. So again, you could probably buy a nice home, $500,000 to $600,000. That may be a lot to some of you, but for this area and this zip code, and how safe this neighborhood and where this neighborhood is located, that's a heck of a deal. Here we're heading west. Now, some of the people down on the street that's on the west side of the development built up high on stilts, and some of them actually do have a view of the back bay. It's a long way off. It's about a half a mile away, but they do have a view of the back bay. Now, if you have any questions about this neighborhood or moving to this neighborhood, you can put in the comments section. I love this neighborhood. We've lived here since 1987. We've seen the kids grow up, and we've seen the neighborhood go through some bad times and some good times. Because it was a lower price neighborhood back in, say, the 90s, there were some problems in here, but those problems have all been cleared out, and the homes have been rebuilt, and there's really not any bad homes back here. During the hurricane, most people did lose their roofs. I know my neighbor didn't, but we lost our roof. I shouldn't say the roofs, we lost the shingles on the roof. So that wasn't a big deal. Insurance companies paid for that. Taxes aren't too bad here. And you're not in a city. You're in an unincorporated area of Lee County. So it's easier to get inspections, easier to get things done, because you don't have to go through a city planner. My only wish is that the roads were maintained by the county, but they are private, so they're not going to be. There's some lots on the left there. There's some new construction. There's some really great people. When I did my walks, I got to get back to walking again. Everybody's always waving and saying hi. Just really nice salt of the earth people. And you can see We're coming to a small house on the left there. I would say the smallest house in this neighborhood is probably about 1,000 square feet. Our house is 1,475 square feet. There's somebody waving with their dog. Well, I don't think she waved. There's a house on stilts. For those who lived in the area or actually looked at houses in the 80s, there's actually a Jim Walters stilt home in this neighborhood. Kind of interesting if any of you all know about Jim Walters. Now, I'm not going to show our house. There's some more houses under construction on the right. I think you can get those for $650, $700, maybe $750. And they're built up to current hurricane specs. Some of them even have the Tesla solar roofs, which is pretty cool. And crossing over the main drag. This main drag is El Dorado Boulevard, and you have El Dorado East and El Dorado West. This is going to be, we're going to make a left-hand turn here on El Dorado West. So put in the comment section what you think of the neighborhood. Would you live here? It's peaceful, but the house behind us, it's not painted anymore, but the neighbor behind us, who my wife was good friends with, she moved out of the way, out of the area, and she painted her house Pepto-Bismol pink. And well, we did look out the backyard at a Pepto-Bismol pink house, but that's okay. That's okay. I guess we're doing a little off-roading here. House on the right just got a new metal roof. There's a lot of metal roofs that were put in. I'm thinking maybe we should have done that, but Babs doesn't like to hear the rain on the metal. So we put up a heavyweight shingle up there. Now, coming up on the right is a geodesic home. Let's see if we can see it. See right there? On the right there, that's a geodesic home. I think it's the only one in Lee County. And because we're in an unincorporated area and because our development has no HOA, it's a do whatever you want to do, he was able to build that home. He was very happy to be able to build it. And we were very happy to watch it go up because it's a cool addition to the neighborhood. Now we're going down one of the last two streets. And the house on the left there, that's the one that went up for $1.4 million. It is on 3 lots. It is spread pretty wide, but I think it's only 2,000 square feet. It was sold, I think, for $450,000 8 months ago, and they gutted the whole thing and redid and put up for $1.4 million. But that price keeps on dropping. Every 2 weeks I get an email that the price has dropped on it. My personal opinion, I think it's a little high priced. All right, we're turning down, and ahead is where those $1.7 million plus homes are. I can't imagine paying $1.7 million for those homes. They're built really well, but they are kind of in the front of our development, and it's like the opposite of what our development is about. The opposite. They've got all kinds of rules, and you can see they put up it's a nice hedge. And most people walk their dogs in our neighborhood on that land right there. I think that's funny, but hey, it is what it is. And we're about to end up the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. We've got lots of other videos going on. I thought you may enjoy going through our neighborhood. So that's all I've got for you.